Hello and welcome. I'm your host, Katie Bavoso from The Channel Company. Merger and acquisition activity in the IT channel hit record numbers in recent years. This can have a profound impact on the market and the success of those companies involved. For more on this, I'm joined by Senior Director of Global Marketing at WatchGuard, Mark Romano, and Chief Technology Officer and Managing Partner of F12, Calvin Engen. Welcome, gentlemen. Let's dive right into some questions. Mark, let's start with you. We know that WatchGuard is no stranger to the goings-on of mergers and acquisitions, most recently having acquired Panda Security just last year. How has the recent M&A activity in the channel impacted the IT sector, and how has it affected your business?
Well, Katie, I got to tell you, it has been an exciting couple of years. 2020 surprisingly had a huge number of acquired companies, both VARs and MSSPs and MSPs. And a lot of this has been going on in the format of adding something to your portfolio that you don't currently have. And we're finding a lot of the players out there are looking for an easier way, not only to acquire those service segments, the product segments, but also the technology of the individuals that come along with those acquisitions. From a WatchGuard standpoint, we work with our MSPs as if it's the MSPs putting their foot forward in every case. So we like to make them the trusted advisor. And in doing so, as they move into a mergers and acquisition activity, we're able to move along with them and keep WatchGuard in the forefront of most of those mergers.
Mark, a follow-up to that question. WatchGuard has made 8 total acquisitions over time. Why did you as a company make this decision to acquire another business, and how has this impacted your growth strategy?
We are a security company first and foremost. It is what we do. It is everything that we do. So when we look at acquiring a company, it's to look at how can we better our current portfolio, or how can we expand our security portfolio in the view of what our resellers, our partners are trying to drive their business. The recent acquisition of Panda Security allowed us to extend from where we traditionally were in the network cybersecurity space with our firewalls. We had expanded through secure access points and multi-factor authentication. Now with Panda, we have extended that directly to the endpoint. So we're providing our partners with one company to work with that is security focused and will always be security focused.
Well, Calvin, let's hear from you and get you involved in the conversation. Has F12 ever acquired a business? If so, why? And what are the right conditions you're looking for when acquiring a business?
We have acquired a number of great IT firms over the years. In fact, over the last 15 years, we've acquired 9 different companies across Canada. And we've done that for a few reasons. Number one is reach, expanding our reach into new geographies. Number 2 is size, strengthening our bench strength through engaged and committed people, and also those new customers in those regions. And the last one is strategic, adding capabilities we don't have and new types of products and services, or perhaps even a different way of delivering a similar service. But in terms of the right conditions, we're really looking for a motivated owner who is clear about what they want in their future. And then the final aspect is a culture that meshes well with F12. We want those people that we can grow with and can seek out new opportunities. And so all of that is kind of part of the acquisition for us.
Thanks, Calvin. And a follow-up question to that, how does the rate of M&A activity in the channel generally affect you?
I would say the benefits are all often missed when there's rapid acquisition and no integration. And so integration is where these synergies and benefits are unlocked. And truthfully, that is where the real work is. But in terms of how it's affected F12 directly, we've adopted products that we might not have considered. A great example of that is WatchGuard's Panda acquisition. We wouldn't have even looked at that vendor if it wasn't for the established relationship that we have with WatchGuard. That trust with WatchGuard opens up doors that might not have otherwise been there.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Calvin. Mark, back to you with this next question. In your experience, what is the biggest benefit to acquiring a business? Is it technology, staffing, clients, market share, something else?
So in a vendor's perspective, when we acquire a company, we're looking to either expand a current product line, provide more depth into that particular product line, or to expand the product line portfolio. We need to take a look at any acquisition and determine how is that really going to impact our downstream partners. The second piece to that then is, how does a partner integrate what we have into their stack of technology? How easy is it for them to get their people trained on the new technology? How do we get them through the process of certification on a particular technology? And how easy is it for them to manage? The other piece is profitability. And that's where WatchGuard is making those steps to ensure whether an MSP or a VAR remains intact with no mergers and acquisitions, or they're acquired by another company, that we can have a top to bottom security tool set that they can reduce the number of products that they have to understand and service and be able to provide a profitable business downstream to their clientele. Calvin, any thoughts on any of that or anything you want to add at this point?
To be honest, it doesn't make sense in all cases, but having a single vendor for security does have benefits. One of the biggest aspects is really communicating with one another to make those informed decisions within a client's environment. And I think when you have more intelligent feeds coming into one aspect, that provides a far more cohesive client experience.
Well, gentlemen, that brings us to the end of our time together today. Thank you so much for such an engaging conversation and for sharing your experience and knowledge with us. And thank you at home for watching. If you would like to learn more about WatchGuard, you can visit the web address on your screen. I'm Katie Bavoso. Take care.